Good morning class. Today's lectures we discuss about the new points, vector products. So the vector products means what? We also call it that vector product is a cross product. Vector product is also called as a cross product. The vector product or cross product of two vectors p bar and q bar is a vector whose magnitude is equal to the product of magnitudes of the two vectors and sine of smaller angle theta. It means vector product it represent using two vectors. Here we use p bar and q bar, and vector products sometimes it can be written as a r bar is equals to p bar plus q bar. It means, see here, this is the showing the directions of that vectors, and these are the two vectors, and some angles is created in between two vectors and the unit vectors of that vector. So that's why the vector product of this diagram, okay, how to write the vector products of this diagram? See here, vector product is written as r bar is equals to, here r bar, and do you know according to resultant vectors it r bar can be represented as a combinations of two vectors. So that's why r bar is equals to p bar cross q bar. But there is one thing is that here some angle is created in between these two vectors, so that's why this vector is written as r bar is equals to pq sin theta u r cap. So why here we write u r cap? Because this u r cap is represented as a unit vector. Okay, so this u r cap is what? U r cap is equals to unit vectors, because this shows the directions of that vectors. Okay, see here there is a r bar and we use as a u r bar. So it means this r bar is represented as the magnitude of that given vector in terms of angle sine theta. Okay, so this is for one diagrams, and another vector diagrams is also vector product is written as same as like, but instead of r here we use s bar. So that's why we write vector product of this diagram s bar is equals to q bar plus p bar, because of the directions of that angle. See here is the directions of angle is p bar to q bar, so that's why here we write p bar cross q bar. Here angle direction is from q bar to p bar, so that's why here we write s bar is equals to q bar cross p bar. Okay, then according to right hand screw rule, if the screw is rotated in the directions of p to q, if screw is rotated p to q, then the direction which is tip of the screw advance in the directions of r. Similarly, perpendicular to the plane containing p bar and q bar. Similarly, here s bar is show the directions of that screw. So it meaning is what? These two diagrams are showing according to the right hand screw rules. Okay, so then right hand screw rules can be used when the directions must be determined based upon the rotational directions. It means using right hand screw rule for determine the base of that rotational directions. See here, so this is a rotation, this is a rotation direction, so that's why here we apply a right hand rule. And this s bar is also written as a q bar cross p bar. There is some characteristics of vector product. Some characteristics of vector product is, there is the first characteristics of vector product is vector product does not obey commutative law of multiplications. It does not obey commutative law of multiplications. It means what? P bar cross q bar is not equals to q bar cross p bar. Okay, it means law of multiplication, commutative law of multiplication means what? 2 into 3 is equals to 3 into 2. But for this vector product, this is not obey. It means this not equals to q bar cross p bar. Why? Because however the p bar cross p bar and p bar, magnitude of p bar cross q bar is equals to magnitude of q bar cross p bar, that is the magnitudes are the same but directions are opposite, so that's why we not write as like this. The direction is opposite, it means positive or negative we say, or opposite right hand side or left hand side, upward or downward, as like this. Okay, so p bar here, q bar cross p bar cross p bar direction is upward directions, and if you write q bar cross p bar, then the direction is a downward direction, so that's why the magnitudes are same. It means value of that component is same but the directions are opposite, so that's why vector product does not obey commutative law of multiplication. So this is the first characteristics of vector products. Then another characteristics was the vector product obey the distributive law of multiplications. Vector product obey the distributive law of multiplication. The distributive law of multiplications. The vector products obeys the distributive law of multiplication. So this right commutative law, that is a bar cross in bracket b bar plus c bar, sorry, a bar cross b bar plus c bar is equals to a bar cross b bar plus a bar cross c bar. It's simply multiplications. It means this a bar is multiplied by this b bar plus as it is, and this a bar is also multiplied by c bar. It meaning is what? The vector product obeys the distributive law of multiplication. So distributive law means what? As like 2 plus in bracket 3 plus 2, or 2 into in bracket 3 plus 2, as like this. Suppose here we write 2 into 3 plus 2. Okay, this also can be represented as a 2 into 3 plus 2 into 2, as like this. So this is a distributive law of multiplications. So this is the second property. Then is the third property is related to the, that is the special case of cross product. Okay, so how to write the special case of cross product is here. Special case of cross product, so it can be represented as like this. It means p bar cross q bar, this value or magnitude of that vectors. How to write this? PQ sin theta, because of angle between these two vectors is sin theta, so that's why here we write PQ sin theta. But in this, why we call this cases is a special case? Because here is some angles, and if the angle is changes, then the value of that p bar cross q bar is also changes. Okay, so in these characteristics there are 3 sub cases. So here we write these cases, because if angle is changes, then the value of that p bar cross q bar is also changes. So p bar cross q bar is equals to PQ sin theta. First case is what? If theta is equals to 0. If theta is equals to 0, then what? If you know, according to trigonometric formulas, sin theta, sin 0, value of sin 0 is 0, because of cos 0 1 and sin 0 is 0. So that if you put theta is equals to 0, then what happens? See, p bar cross q bar in mod PQ sin 0. But thing is what? Sin 0 is equals to 0. So just we put this value here and we get equations as like p bar cross q bar is equals to 0. which time this condition is possible, p bar cross q bar is 0? If the theta is 0, then the p bar cross q bar is 0. It means two non-zero vectors are parallel to each other, there the vectors product is 0 vector. It means these two vectors are parallel to each other, that time we say that the vector product, it means p bar cross q bar is equals to 0. Then second case is, if theta is equals to 180 degree, then what happen? If the two non-zero vectors are anti-parallel, it means directions of that angle is opposites, then we write this vector is also 0. Why? Because cos sin 0 is 0, then sin 180 is also 0, as like cos 0 is 1 and sin 180 is a minus 1, but here we not write minus 0, that is not correct. So that's why here we write a 0. So p bar cross q bar is equals to pq sin 180 degree. So it also can be written as a pq sin pi. Sin pi means that is a 180 degree. So that's why sin pi means sin 180 is 0. So p bar cross q bar is equals to 0. It's same like this. In these cases, two vectors are parallel to each other. Two non-zero vector are parallel to each other. Okay, and in these cases, two non-zero vector anti-parallel to each other. Anti-parallel to each other. Okay, so that's why the answer of both the magnitude p bar cross q bar is 0. Okay, and another remaining case is what? If theta is equals to 90 degree, last case. If theta is equals to 90 degree, then these equations can be written as p bar cross q bar is equals to pq sin 90 degree. Okay, and you know sin, but what? Sin 90 degree value is 1. So just we put value here and we get p bar cross q bar is equals to pq, because sin 90 is 1. So instead of this sin 90 we put 1, so we get pq. Okay, it means in these conditions two non-zero vectors are perpendicular to each other. If two vectors are perpendicular to each other, then the angle is 90 degree, as like this diagram, previous diagram. See, as like this diagram. So they are the same. Two vectors are perpendicular, so these vectors are like this. Then it can be angle is, the two vectors are 90 degree. So that's why here we write p bar cross q bar is equals to pq. Okay. So in these cases there are some relations. Is what? If you write I bar I cap into j cap is equals to k cap. In dot product, in previous lectures we already studied about the dot products. So I dot I is 1, j dot j is 1, k dot k is 1. But in this dot product, I cross j is k cap, then j cross k is I cap, and k cross I is j cap. It means you go to the one way as like this. Suppose this I j k. If you go as like I to j, answer is k, j to k, answer is I, then k to I, answer is j. That is clockwise or anti-clockwise. If you go anti-clockwise, then the sign is negative. It means you write j cross I. Okay, here you write j cross I, then this is a minus k. Write k cross j, then it is minus I. Then I cross k, that is minus j. Okay, if you go opposite direction, the sign is changes according to rule. Okay, so this is the third characteristics of vector product, and there are some special cases related to that, special cases of cross product. Cross product we also call it that cross product is a vector product. So fourth characteristics of vector product, if P bar is equals to Q bar, then we write, how to write this, P bar cross Q bar is equals to P bar cross P bar or Q bar cross Q bar, so is equals to 0. It means if we take the cross product of same two vectors, then equals to 0. Why? Because these two vectors are parallel to each other, and according to special cases, if two vectors are same, then the value is 0. So that's why here we write P bar cross P bar is 0 or Q bar cross Q bar is also 0. According to which, so therefore I bar cross I bar, I cap cross I cap, I cap cross I cap, J cap cross J cap is equals to K cross K cap cross K cap is 0. It means if we use two unit vectors or two vectors, same vectors, and we take the cross product of two same vectors, then the value of that vector is 0. Okay, and in dot product I bar I cap dot I cap value is 1. In cross product vice versa. So there are some vice versa process related to in cross product and dot product. It means the process of cross product and dot product exactly opposite. So that's why here I cap cross I cap, J cross J cap and K cross K cap is 0. Okay, so this is the fourth condition. It means what? Both the vectors are same, then the value is 0. It's simple words. Okay, so fifth property is what? Let P bar is equals to Px I cap plus Py J cap plus Pz K cap, and Q bar is equals to Qx I cap. Sorry, here we will not write bar, because if you represent any quantity with some unit vectors, then you not write a bar. Qx I cap plus Qy J cap plus Qz K cap. Okay, so now we find the value of P bar cross Q bar. So how to find the value of P bar cross Q bar? See here, I write here equations. P bar cross Q bar is equals to, what is the value of P bar? Px I cap plus Py J cap plus Pz K cap into Qx I cap plus Qy J cap plus Qz K cap. Okay, so then now we multiplied using commutative law of multiplication, solve this total equation. So how to solve this equation? Simply multiplied this quantity to this, taking the cross product of some same quantity. So how to solve this equation? See here, I write here equations. Px into Qx, see here, Px into Qx I cap cross I cap, taking the cross product of that unit vector. Okay, so this Px multiplied by whole brackets, and this Qpy is multiplied by whole brackets, and Pz is also multiplied by whole brackets. So here Px Qx I cap plus Px Qx Px Qy I cap J cap, I cap cross J cap, and last Px Qz I cap cross K cap. This is the first. Then write a plus. Plus another term is what? Py Qx J cap I cap, J cap cross I cap plus Py Qy J cap cross J cap plus last one, PZQZ, PZQZ, sorry, PYQZ, PYQZ, Z bar cross K cap. So plus last term is remaining, right? PZQX, PZQX, K cap cross I cap plus PZQY, 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 K cap cross J cap plus PZQZ, K cross K cap. Okay, so now we write all the terms, but according to rules, I cross I, you know this, see these rules, I cross I, J cross J and K cross K are both all 0, and according to previous rule, which the rules, see here, I cross, if you write I cross J, value is K, okay, I cross J value is K, correct, then you write J cross K, value is I, and you write K cross I, value is J, because one directions, we go to the clockwise directions, we say as like. Then if you go vice versa conditions, it means if you write I cross K, it means direction is changed, so that's why here we write minus J cap, J cross I minus K cap, and K cross J is also write as a minus I cap. Okay, it means you revise the opposite directions, then you write K cross J is equals to minus I minus J minus K as like. So now all these value, including this value, substitute here and we get the equations as like this. See here, according to rule, see here, I cap both are 0. This term, total term I cap is 0 according to these conditions. So I underline this, the term, those are 0 here. See here, the red line indicate that all the terms are 0 and remaining terms are here. So see here, write these terms as the equations. So we write P bar cross Q bar is equals to PXQI, PXQY, I cross J. I cross J is K, so that's why here we write K. Then value of PXQY, but I cross K is minus J, so that's why here we write minus PXQZ J cap. Because of what? I cross K is minus J, so that's why we write here minus signs. Then another term is PYQI, J cross I, J cross I is a minus K, so again here I write minus signs. So PYQX, J cross I is a minus K, K cap, again this will be 0. Then PYQZ, J cap cross K cap, that is I cap, so that's why here we write plus PYQZ, J cross K, I cap, and this PZQX, K cross I cap straight away, so that's why here we write positive signs. PZQX, K cross I J, so that's why here write J cap. Then PZQY, K cross J minus, so that's why I write minus sign. PZQY, K cross J is a minus, so that's why minus I cap. Okay, understood all these things. So now this can be written in a determinant form. So now these equations is written in a determinant form. So how to write this equation in determinant form? See, it can be write in determinant form. So determinant form means, see here, this here I, j, see there two I terms are there, two j terms are there, and one k terms are there. So that's why this is represented as a p bar cross q bar is equals to I, j, k, I cap, j cap, and k cap. This is a determinant, and this also represented as a px, py, pz, then qx, qy, and qz. You solve the determinant and we get this answer again. Okay, in 10th standard or 9th standard we solve some determinants. So two sides, 2 by 2 determinants. So this is what, 3 by 3 determinants. So if we solve this determinant, then we get this answer. So meaning is simply says that p bar cross q bar is written as a in the form of determinant as like this: px, py, pz, qx, qy, qz, and I cap, j cap, k caps are represent as a units vector. So it meaning is what, if we consider this p bar and q bar as like this, then you write these equations simply way as like this. It means there are some problems regarding to that p bar cross q bar. If you give some value of that p bar and q bar, then you will not solve as like this. You directly go to the put out value in this determinant and solve the determinant, and you get the answer. Okay. So this is the fifth property of vector product. Then we go to the sixth property of vector product. Then sixth property of vector products is related to the area of parallelograms and vector products. So here I draw one area of one parallelogram. Okay, and I gives the some name of that parallelograms, that is O, A, C, B, and I also draw one perpendicular lines from point B. Okay, this is a OB vectors. This is vectors from point B to the some point and gives the name of that point as a D. Okay, so here right angle is created, take the some angles theta, and from B to D some it represented as a heights. This is p bar, this vector is represented as a p bar vectors. Okay, and the name of that diagram is, now to write the name of that diagram is area of parallelogram and vector product. So this is the name of that diagram. So using this diagram we find out the vector products or area of, how to find the area of parallelograms. Here the magnitude of cross product of two vectors is numerically equals to the area of parallelogram, whose, it means magnitude, it means value of that two vectors p bar and suppose this vector is a q bar, then we write the magnitudes in numerically and find the area of that parallelogram. So how to find the area of parallelogram? See here. So now according to figure, p bar is represented as a OA bar. Okay, it means this OA lines is represented as a p bars, then OB lines, q bar is represented as a OB lines, OB bar. So p and q are inclined at an angle theta. See here, p and q both are inclined at angle theta. So the perpendicular BD bar is perpendicular to lines OA, of length of that BD bar is h. On OA gives the height of the parallelograms. OA gives the base of that parallelograms. So now we find the area of parallelograms. See here, firstly I write here h is equals to what, BD. Okay, OA is what, base of that parallelograms, and BD is what? That is height of parallel, height. BD is represented height. Okay, and OA is what? OA is also base of that parallelograms. So after that, area of parallelogram is area of parallelogram is equals to what? Base into height. Base into height. But base into height means what? Base is what? Base is OA. So that's why I write here OA into height is BD. But this BD find using angle sin theta, because in cross product we use angle sin theta. So here we apply sin theta and find the value of BD, and after that we put value here and we solve the area of parallelogram. So therefore sin theta is equals to, according to this angle, opposite side upon hypotenuse. Sin theta is equals to what? Opposite side upon hypotenuse. So using this formula we find these angles. So sin theta is equals to, what is opposite side? That is BD. So BD upon hypotenuse is what? OB. So BD upon OB. Okay, so now using this we find value of BD. So BD is equals to what? OB sin theta. BD is equals to OB, this BD, this OB is goes to this side, then it will be multiplied. So OB sin theta. So put this value in this equation. So we call it, this is A, put and B. Put B in A, then what happen? Put B in A. So area of parallelogram is equals to OA cross BD, value of BD is OB sin theta. OB sin theta. Okay, so OA means what? According to our figure, OA means P bar and OB means Q bar. So put, instead of A bar is a P bar and not P bar, because this is OA not bar, so that's why P, cross value of this is Q sin theta. So you know P Q sin theta, so it means P bar cross Q bar sin theta, or this is not cross, this is multiplication, so that's why we write this is P bar cross P bar multiplied by Q sin theta. So this also is represented as a PQ sin theta, and you know what is PQ sin theta? This is what? Area of parallelograms, and this area of parallelogram is also represented as a P bar cross Q bar. Why? Because P bar, value of that P bar cross Q bar is PQ sin theta. So that's why this is a magnitude of vector product. So here we write area of parallelograms is equals to area of parallelogram is equals to magnitude of vector products. Magnitude of vector product. Why we say the magnitude of vector product? Because P bar cross Q bar is represented as a PQ sin theta. So that's why we call it, area of parallelograms is represented as a magnitude of vector product. Okay, so here complete the totals property regarding to that vector products. Okay, and so complete this total points vector products, and there are some properties. How many properties are there? 6 properties. Okay, and using this property, here we solve one problem. Determine, right, one problem.